Hey everybody, welcome back to the Barndo channel. How much does it cost to build a barndominium with 1845 barndominiums? We're in Hallsville, Texas in this week's episode to walk through the Macie floor plan, one of our most popular floor plans, and talk about how much would it cost to build this turnkey with 1845 barndominiums. We're going to explain some of the standard finishes they have, upgraded finishes that they have, and then options that are available to you in each and every build from 1845 barndominiums. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please go ahead and do that now. We would love to have questions and comments from you folks in the comment area below. Ring that bell so that you get notifications each and every time we post our content here on the Barndo channel. Don't forget our social media outlets. We have TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook, and of course our website, 1845barndominiums.com. If you or anybody else you know is interested in making their dream home a reality, like the Macie floor plan here, we would love to talk to you about how we can help with that from start to finish. So let's get started on the video today of how much does it cost to build the Macie floor plan from 1845 barndominiums. All right, so let's take a look at the Macie barndominium from 1845 barndominiums and how much does it cost to build this layout. So I'm going to try to walk you through the layout and talk about some of the upgrades that they've added in here, but mostly talk about what does it mean for standard finishes and what does it cost to build with standard finishes from 1845. Let's start off in the kitchen area. So when you walk into the kitchen, the first thing you see is this huge island in the middle of the kitchen area. Now we've got granite countertops in there. Granite is typically going to run us anywhere from $55 to $60 per square foot installed. That's materials and labor to install them. This island is really big because we do have cabinets on both sides. We've got shaker style cabinets in here, but having the cabinetry on both sides of your island is actually a little bit of an upgrade. So you get charged twice really for both sides of cabinets. And cabinets can be anywhere from $200 to $300 per linear foot in most situations for custom built cabinets. You can find them cheaper than that if you're not doing just a full custom build. If you get some pre-made cabinets, we can do a little bit cheaper there, but we like to install custom cabinets in our custom builds with 1845. Now the other upgrade that you see in here are the upper cabinets. We've taken those all the way up to the ceiling in there, and we've added the glass inserts all the way around the top up there. So that is a little bit of an upgrade. We typically cut those off at a standard height, a little bit above 6 foot. And then you also have under cabinet lighting under those upper cabinets. So there's a couple of things in here that are upgrades, but we do have floating shelving on each side of the kitchen sink that helps save a little bit of money there. If we step over into the pantry, one of the upgrades that we have in there is going to be, we don't typically put cabinets and countertops into the pantry area. We usually have our trim carpenter come in and build shelving in there. Now, we do have a wooden countertop in there that's built in with that shelving, but in this case, we upgraded there to a little bit higher level of floating shelves there. And then we also put the cabinet with countertop in there. But a standard finish would just be a trim carpenter coming in and building some shelving in there for you. Now, looking at the laundry room back there, we do have a granite countertop in there, but honestly, if we look at that pantry, there's nothing in there that's not just a standard finish. The board and batten finish and the trim over there, the homeowner actually added that after they had already moved in. That was a nice addition that they added in there. Now, we can do that with a build as well, just not a standard finish out from our trim carpenter with 1845. If we step over in the living room here, where we're at now, really, honestly, everything that you see in this room is pretty much a standard finish out. Other than the stained faux beam up there, we can do that in a painted beam, or we can do just a slight upgrade and we can take that wrap beam and we can stain it to match other things in the house. We do have a cased opening that separates the living room from the kitchen. Of course, that is an upgrade. If we were going to case that opening, we would typically do that to match the trim around the doors and the floors, which those are 1x4s around the door, 1x6s on the floor. So in a normal or a standard build situation there, we would trim that out to match the 1x4s and 1x6s that we've got around the doors and everything else. But in the living area here, standard finishes. We've got our sheetrock walls. We've got texture on the sheetrock that is a knockdown texture. That's probably the most popular that we do. A really big upgrade that's becoming a little bit more popular is to have a smooth finish on the sheetrock. That is actually a very expensive upgrade to do if you do that throughout your house. Maybe one room for wallpaper or something like that, but doing that throughout the house with a smooth finish is really, really expensive, called level 4 or 5 finish on your sheetrock and your texture there. So if we go into the bedrooms, again, Nothing really above a standard finish in there. Same trim, same shoe molding that we've got there. We've got 1x4s around the doors, 1x6s on the floors in there. The closets in those. Now, if we look in one of the bedrooms in there, the closet there is what we would that's like the prototype or the standard for a finished closet from a trim carpenter. We've got shoe cubbies in the center there and then hanging rods with shelves on both sides. If I had to tell you what standard finish is for a closet, that would be it. If we go over to the other closet, bedroom number 3 over there, a little bit different layout, but still you see shoe cubbies and then you see hanging rods with shelving included in there. Again, standard finishes. If we go into the master, I'm just going to sound like a broken record. Standard finishes in there as well. We do have vinyl plank flooring throughout the house. The typical cost there is about $600 to $650 per square foot. You can find those cheaper, but on standard build, when we're doing a custom build, we try to allow for $600 to $650 installed for vinyl plank flooring. We've got varying costs for concrete and things like that. We're happy to share that information if you want. You can request a quote from us and we can talk to you about the cost of different flooring. But in this particular build, we've got vinyl plank throughout the house, which is about $600 to $650 per square foot. Now, if we go into the bathrooms, we've changed our countertop there a little bit. We've gone to cultured marble in the bathroom there, and there's a big difference. We talked about the granite being anywhere from $55 to $60 per square foot installed. If we go to cultured marble, and if you watch our videos, you see a lot of our homes, we do granite or quartz in that kitchen and then cultured marble in the other areas. And that's because the cultured marble is roughly $28 to $30 per square foot. So both bathrooms, we've got cultured marble countertops, and then we've actually got cultured marble shower in the master, and then we've got a shower tub combo over in bathroom number 2. That shower tub combo, we've done cultured marble surround, and we actually have a pre-molded cultured marble tub. That tub can be anywhere from $700 to $900. Could be more expensive, just kind of depends on the detail, but that's something that you actually can customize to fit as far as depth and width and things like that. And they can create a mold with that cultured marble that fits what you want in there. And of course, we've got the surround there on 3 sides to make a shower tub combo. If we go over into the master, we've got an oversized walk-in shower there with a recessed shower pan. That shower pan, a lot of people ask us, is that slick? Do I have to worry about slipping in there and falling? And the answer to that is no. It is actually textured so that you have a little bit of feel in there and a little bit of texture, so you don't have to worry about, once you get in that shower, we're not worried about slipping and falling, things like that. In this particular, we did not go up 9 feet. We went with an 8-foot wall there. We can go up to 9 foot. That is not really an upgrade. It just depends on customer preference. So we took those sheets up to 8 foot. And the reason for that in this particular build was the window that we installed up above that. Not really an upgrade. It's just an option that they did. They had to add a window in there above the shower area. So cultured marble showers, cultured marble shower tub combo, and cultured marble countertops in the bathroom area. Just a way for you to save a little bit of money rather than having to do tile, which can be, can be $60 a square foot installed, when by the time you get done with material and labor there, can be really, really costly to do tile or other things in there. So cultured marble is a great alternative and is really standard in a lot of our builds. Now, if we start making our way out, we're going to take a look at the porches, and I'm going to talk about a few of the upgrades that you can see from the outside of the house. The first upgrade that you're going to see from the exterior of the house are the 8-foot doors that you see on the front door and the back door here in the kitchen. Those doors, you can get 8-foot doors as opposed to a 6'8" door for about a $200 difference, maybe $300. But you know, in all reality, we have homeowners that sometimes that difference is $500 to $1,000 difference because they want a fully custom door that they're going and hand picking. So that is one of those allowance items that the homeowner can be as expensive as they want, or they can be as a cost effective. But the 8-foot doors here match perfectly with the 3060 windows that we've installed on the front of the home here. And with those windows, one of the upgrades that's included in this Macie is the black windows that you see. These are black exterior and black interior. I would consider standard windows would be a white vinyl that are white exterior, white interior. So that black is an upgrade. So for example, if I could find a 3060 window, which these are in white for $350, if I get that same window in a black on black, it's probably going to be twice that much or close to it. So the black windows are always going to be an upgrade. So when you're looking at the exterior colors of your home, that's something to consider. I always ask homeowners that question: what color is your exterior, so that we can talk about your window color and how much that's going to add. Because to be honest, we've got some homes that have 20, 25 windows, and that becomes quite an upgrade when you go from white windows to black windows. Now, making our way over to the porch areas, let's talk about standard finish for the porches. There's nothing that you're going to see here on the Macie that's a real upgrade. There are some things that are available to you, but if we look at the Macie, we've got 6x6 posts on the front, and I believe we have 4x4 posts on the back. These porches do have soffits included, and that's something that is standard with most of our builds. We have homeowners that ask us not to do the soffits, but for a standard build, we're going to do concrete, we're going to do steel, we'll have electrical if needed, and then we'll have soffits underneath there to kind of give it a good, clean, trimmed out look underneath those porches. And it allows us to hide the electrical wiring and things like that that we have for can lights or any kind of hanging lights that we might have on the exterior. Underneath the carport area, a lot of times we'll hang a large LED light under there. We do soffits there as well to give that a good, clean look. We do have homeowners that ask us not to do soffits there, just like the porches, but really those are priced out the same. And the standard finish there is concrete, steel framing, and then the sheeting, of course, electrical, and then the soffits included. Some upgrades that you can do there are stone wrap porch posts, and then you can wood wrap those porch posts, and there's some other things that you can do there. But when we're just talking about the Macie, really standard finishes on those porches. If we move over into the shop area, we've got a really honest to goodness standard finish in there. So if I had to give you the prototype of what a standard finish is, it would be, we have steel framing, of course our concrete, electrical, but 3-inch vinyl insulation. And that's we could do a white backed or a black. We could do varying colors there, but our standard is a white backed vinyl insulation, and that's a 3-inch vinyl insulation that we have, like we have in the Macie here. Now, homeowner here has done a lot of things since they moved in, as far as putting some tin around the wall, run some extra electrical. So there's some things that they've done on their own in there that aren't necessarily what came with the build. But if we look at it from when we finished it, we had 3-inch vinyl insulation, 2 10x10 overhead doors with motors, and then one, what I call man door, a 3070 steel door that is an entrance and exit there from the carport area. So standard finishes there. So the big question is going to be, how much did it cost to build the Macie Barndominium? So let's look at it from an appraisal standpoint, and let's break it down by heated and cooled, porches, carport, and the shop area. The heated and cooled space on the Macie is about 1,785 square foot. And for this particular build, the way you see it, was about $185 per square foot. And that is actually average or standard for our build. Even with a few upgrades, but we're able to save money in other places, and we're about $185 per square foot, which puts us at $335,000 for the heated and cooled space itself. And that's, again, bear with me, those are ballpark estimates. On the porches, we've got a little over 490 square foot for the porch area. In general, porches and carports are about $42, $43 per square foot. So for the porches at 490 square foot, you're looking at about a $21,000 addition to the build. The carport area is a little over 600 square foot. I think it's about 615 total. And again, at $42 per square foot, you're looking at about a $25,000 addition to the build. And then when we add our shop in, we're 750 square foot there. Now, shop finishes can vary depending on whether we're foaming it, the doors, a lot of things can go into factoring into the square foot cost. But this particular layout was about $53 per square foot with the 3-inch vinyl, the 2 10x10 doors, and the 1 3070 man door. So the shop itself added about, I'm going to say about $35,000 to the build. And so if we put it all together with the heated and cooled porches, carport, shop, everything, we're going to be in the neighborhood of about $425,000 for the total build. Now, I want to be very clear. This is a custom build. So there are a lot of options in here, a lot of things that customer got to choose in here. Custom build is a lot different than what would be considered like a spec home build. So with a custom build, we're about $425,000, but there are options to be able to build this a lot less expensive from 1845. We are going to be unveiling a new series that we're calling the Signature Series Build from 1845 Barndominiums, and we're going to talk a little bit about that in a couple of weeks in a video series about how we can build these same houses. And it's not really a custom build, it's more like a spec home build, but the same quality build from 1845 Barndominiums, and we can probably save quite a bit of money in that build, but that's going to be another video down the road. So to wrap things up, We've got 1,785 square foot, 1,785 square foot total heated and cooled, 490 on the porches, a little over 600 on the carport, 750 for the shop, and we're looking at about a $425,000 build from 1845 Barndominiums. Don't forget, check out our website, 1845barndominiums.com. You can see pricing for just about every floor plan that we offer. You can see a starts at price, our shell cost, and then our kit prices as well. So we're trying to, you have asked us for more pricing information. We're trying to share that with you. And please let us know if there are other layouts that you would like to see a price breakdown video of. We'd be happy to share that with you. So that's going to wrap us up for this week here in the Macie floor plan in Hallsville, Texas. Hope to see you again next time on the Barndo channel.